Tamise has Down syndrome. She attended a local nursery school and is now in grade 3 at Springvale Primary.
We thought it was a good way of introducing it into the community. We didn't want to hide her. We wanted to expose her to every opportunity available.
Tamise is happy and making good progress at Springvale. To support Tamise, Glenda, her teacher, works very closely with Tamise's parents, with Nevi, the school-based support team coordinator, and with Hunley, the district learning support educator.
So she completed the worksheet the same as the others.
Together they adapt the curriculum and develop support strategies to support Tamise.
I placed her at my desk close to where I am so I can keep an eye on her. I've adapted certain of the worksheets so that she only has to do part of them, and she uses calculators and things like that instead of using her mental maths.
How did Glenda feel about having a pupil with learning difficulties in her class?
I have to be honest, initially I thought it wasn't such a good idea, but having Tamise in my classes changed my mind.
Glenda recognises that the whole class benefits from inclusive education.
One day when these kids go out into the workplace and there's somebody there with cerebral palsy or with Down syndrome, they're not going to be afraid of them because a lot of people are afraid of what they don't know. And they now know that Down syndrome isn't anything to be scared of, or a deaf child is nothing to be scared of. So I think that's probably the biggest thing I've learned, is just to teach acceptance. And I think it's been fantastic.
Tamise's class are working on road safety. Tamise's mom has experience as a classroom assistant, and she has adapted some of the work to be more visual, colour-coded and accessible to Tamise.
Safe cycling. I mean, it's too much information for Tamise. For me, the important part is what do I want to teach Tamise when she rides a bicycle. So I've adapted a worksheet like this, and I said, okay, safe cycling. She needs to know that you always need to stay on the side of the road. You can't ride a bicycle in the middle of the street. The same thing with school safety. What's important for Tamise on the school grounds, that you can only play on the school grounds, and then what she can do, yes or no, she can circle, because then that's easy for her to recognize.
Through the team, these resources developed for Tamise will also benefit other learners at Springvale and other schools. In her role as District Support Learning Educator, Hunley works with up to 20 schools on the outskirts of Pretoria. She provides teacher training and works with school principals, teachers and parents to develop good inclusive practice. Hunley works with many teachers. What makes a good inclusive teacher?
It's all about mindset. It must be a teacher that's willing to learn, to be open for learning, reflecting, and has a good self-esteem. If she feels like this didn't work, she must not feel like a failure. She must see it as, okay, this is a learning opportunity. Let's try something different. So a lot of creativity, a lot of thinking on her feet, adjusting, and being able to go and look for help.
Clever boy.
Rakladi attends Valhalla Primary, one of the schools Hunley works with. Rakladi has Down syndrome. He loves school and is supported in class by differentiated worksheets and adapted tasks. At Valhalla, Rakladi is learning English. Language is one of the many skills he is learning both from his teacher and from his peers.
That's the other secret ingredient of inclusive education, is the other kids. The teacher, she's only the leader of the group. Rakladi has got 39 other learners, that's also his teachers, and that's the benefit of inclusive education to me, is that socialization. This is not all about academic. We are striving for, of course, progress, but that's not all. Life skills is important, functional learnings, things that the child will use when he leaves school at the end of grade 9 or moving into a job.